Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely, wonderful day. I am even more excited than normal about today's video. This is something I have bought you already know what I've bought because of the title and the thumbnail, but I have bought something that I have wanted forever, that I never ever thought in a million years I could or would own. So the key word in this video is expensive and excited, because I have picked up the Dyson Airwrap. Trying to contain myself. This is an expensive, overpriced, no matter how good it is, piece of equipment, but I have wanted it for the longest time. I bought it on Thursday and it came today, and I have used it today for the first time, and I have filmed it for you because it's a lot of money, let's be honest. It is probably too much money for a lot of people to be able to spend or to want to spend, and I acknowledge that, and that is why it took me so long to get this. So all those things in mind, I wanted to film the whole journey of me using this so that if you did have the money and you were interested, you could judge for yourself whether this was worth the money. So in this video, I am unboxing this for the first time and I am using it for the first time. You might find me in the video saying that I was going to do a full week's worth of review in this video, but I got ahead of myself and I forgot how much I talk, and I finished my first impressions and I was like, there's no way this can go on. This video needs to end. So this video is going to be the unboxing, my first impressions and my first time using it, and then I'm going to come back in a week because my plan is to use this every day this week to get to know it more, to get to grips with it, to try it in the different ways, and to give you a 1 week report, a 1 month report and a 6 month report so that we can see how I progress and whether I love it, regret it, or whether I'm indifferent. Hopefully not indifferent, because for £450 I hope to love it. So yeah, in this video I'm going to unbox it, show you all the attachments, talk through how you use it, and just show you my first attempt at using it. Now, spoiler, I'm happy with how it went for a first try. This is a tool that takes learning because there are different ways to use it. Different people's hairstyle works different in different ways. Different people have different methods to make it work. So what you're going to see is me trying one method for the first time. And when I come back in probably just over a week, you will see me trying it in different ways and hopefully figuring out a good way to use it. And then a month later, hopefully I'll have bossed it, and 6 months later I can give you a full review. So I don't want to talk too much because I'm already very aware of how much I talk in this video, hence why it's become 2 videos rather than 1. But you will have to let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you own this, if you have any tips for me, because I acknowledge quite a lot in this video that I am on a steep learning curve with this. So over the next week, I'd love to try out any tips that you have for me, because yeah, there's definitely some improvements. It's not bad for a first try, but there's some improvements that I can make. So before we get started, if you are new here, don't forget to press subscribe, because I'm doing loads of things at the moment. I'm trying out a Dyson Airwrap. Mostly I do plus size fashion hauls, but I also do vlogs. I'm in the middle of my moving vlog series. Honestly, this is just such an exciting time for me. So if you aren't subscribed already, I honestly would love it if you would, because there's so much good fun stuff to come. And if you enjoy this video, could you please give it a thumbs up, because then it lets me know that I should come back and do my 1 week review, my 1 month review and my 6 month review. It lets me know that you've enjoyed this video. So let's get started and head back to Trina a few hours ago, who was even more excited about opening the Dyson Airwrap for the first time. Guys, I am so excited. You will have already seen the intro, which is future me, telling you that I have got the Dyson Airwrap, and honestly guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am about having this. I have wanted this since it came out, but I never ever in a million years thought I could get it. So I've been saving up and I'm so excited, but I'm sure I've talked about all that in the intro, so let me not repeat myself too much. Today what I want to do is unbox it for the first time with you so we can see how it all looks, and I'm going to do a first impressions. Excuse the state of me, my hair is wet because I've washed it, because you are meant to use this on wet hair. I might have to dampen some of it a little bit because I was chatting with my dad and some of my hair has dried a little bit, but we'll get to that. We will get to that. I am both excited and terrified about this because this, as I'm sure I said again in the intro, is £450, and the most expensive thing I have ever bought myself that's not like a car or a laptop or like a camera for work. Like, this is something I've bought just for me, for like fun, and it's the most expensive thing I've ever bought, and I'm terrified, but I'm also really excited. I got it in the blue, which is the limited edition colour for this Christmas. I think they had, did they have like a copper one last year, but it was still the silver. This is more copper and this gorgeous, gorgeous blue, which I just love. I so love it. I will link it down below in the description in case you want to check it out for yourself. But yeah, should we? We should get it open, see what's inside the box and give it a first try. What I do have to say is my expectations of this are not that it's going to work the first time. I've watched enough videos to know that everyone uses this a little bit differently. Some people do it on really wet hair, some people do it on quite dry hair, some people pin their curls, some people don't, some people use products. There's so many different ways that people use this that I know that it's probably not going to be great the first time. I know it's going to be a bit of trial and error, which for £450, it really shouldn't be. But I'm not naive. I've watched enough videos to know that it's going to take a bit of finessing to figure out the best way to use it for me. I have gone for the long barrel edition, so you can get it with the shorter barrels or the longer barrels, but I have quite long hair, so I wanted the longer ones. And I have got the complete kit. So I think you can get a volume kit and a smoothing kit. There's two other kits that you can get that don't have all the attachments, that sort of have half in each kit. So I'll link everything down below. This is, as I'm filming this, available in Boots. It has been out of stock everywhere for a very long time, the long edition anyway. But as I film this, it's in stock in Boots. So I will, if it's still in stock, I'll link all the information below. I'm so excited. I haven't got this out of the box yet, guys. I admit I opened it up and I was like, I want to get it out, I want to, and then I wrapped it back up and I was like, no, you need to film a first impressions unboxing. So I've got as far as like opening the lid and then I shut it. I was like, control yourself, Trina. So the first thing to say is this is heavy. This is a heavy, heavy box. I was like, I picked it up and I was like, this is heavy. And then I was like, Adam, feel how heavy this is. And he took it expecting it to be one way. And then he was like, oh my gosh, yes, that is heavy. So let's see what's inside. I'm gonna have to control myself. I'm not very good at controlling my emotions, but I'm gonna, should we just open it up? Let's just open it up. So as I said, it comes in this box like this. And then, how am I going to do this? The box, how does it open? Where does it open? Oh, it must open this way. Yeah. And then inside, it's all wrapped up. So, first thing we get is this box at the back here. This big box. So I think I know what's in here. Yes. So this edition comes with a beautiful, beautiful, I think this is black. It's like a bluey tinged black, and it is a magnetic travel case. So it does come with a huge box that you store it in, but it also comes with this travel case so that if you want to take it away with you, you can store everything in here. This is just so beautiful, and it's got a little pouch here that's got like a little magnetic closure, so if you want to put like a hair comb or something in there. But this just feels like such nice, good quality, as you would hope for £450. Don't take a shot every time I freak out about £450. But yeah, so that's the first thing. Oh, and it does like, it's one of the, like a triangle, so it does open up. Okay. Okay. We've not even got to the main bit and I'm so excited. So as I said, the main bit, this is what I did sneakily open up, comes all wrapped up, and inside you get this beautiful beautiful blue storage case. Now I think the one you get with the original version is like a tan colour, but this blue is just so gorgeous. Let me take this out and then I'll show you. So this is what the storage box looks like. This is just going to look so nice in my room. I'm so glad, again for £450, but I'm so glad that it comes with a beautiful way to store it and keep it safe. So opening it up, this is a magnetic closure, and oh, this is as far as I got before I realised that I needed to stop myself so we could do this on camera. So inside the box you get a heat protector mat. This doesn't get anywhere near as hot apparently as other hair tools does, but this is still going to be good to protect your surfaces. We get a like bit of packaging that tells you how to use it, and then this is everything inside. I've been dreaming about this day for a very long time, so I'm very, very excited. So let's get everything out and see what we've got in here. So shall we start with the main event? Let's get out the actual tool. Everything is just packaged so beautifully, which is good for the money. So the tool comes all packaged like this. It's got a really long cord on it actually. Let's get it out of the packaging. So much packaging. So really, really, really long cord. That is good. I hate it when hair tools have too short a cord. And then this is the handle, again, all wrapped up nicely. Oh, how am I going to unwrap it? Oh. I'm going to have to rip it, aren't I? I'm that kid at Christmas who tries not to rip the wrapping paper, but let's just go for it. I am obsessed with the blue. It just looks so expensive. It has got a swizzle, is that what they're called? Swizzle cable so that you don't get stuck whilst you're using it. This is a lot lighter than I expected it to be. From picking up that box, I guess most of the weight is this case, but I thought this was going to be really heavy and I was a bit worried about like my arm aching. But I think the good thing about this is with a curler you sometimes hold it like this and my arm starts to ache, but with this you just hold it up like that. So it obviously isn't the lightest thing in the world, but it's really quite light in comparison to what I was expecting. I'm really quite impressed. So on the handle we have a filter down here. So this bit does come off and you can clean the filter. I think you get a replacement filter, but it is a magnetic closure, which is quite satisfying. And then we've got a button that controls like how much air comes out. We've got a heat controlling button and we've got an on and a cool button. And then there's this lock button. So when you put the attachments in, you can lock them in place. So you just hold that down, pull out your attachment and put your new one in. I just think this looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh. It isn't perfectly circular, which is actually really good because it fits quite nicely into my hand. Like I can reach around, I probably wouldn't reach fully, but I can get quite a comfortable grip. It is big in the hand, but it's not as like chunky as I thought it was going to be, and I think it's really helped by the fact that it's more of a, is it oval rather than circle, so it makes it a bit easier to hold, which is good. If you've got smaller hands, and I do have quite big hands, it's just something to be aware of that it's a bit chunky, but like I said, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So let me pop this down safely. I'm so scared. While we check out the attachments. So this is the first attachment, and this is the pre-styling attachment. So this works like a hairdryer, but it's not as powerful as the Dyson hairdryer, though I've heard a lot of people say that they just use this as a hairdryer now and they don't need anything else. And the reason you've got this is that your hair should be damp, but it shouldn't be wet. So you use this first to get it to the right level of wetness, which is where people have their differences in how wet they prefer their hair to be. But that's what this is for. But as I said, it's almost like a hairdryer in one, as well as the hair curler and smoothener and all these different things, because a lot of people do tend to just use this as a hairdryer. So I am going to be putting this to the test to see if I can just use it as a full-on hairdryer. But like I said, the attachments, I'm so excited. You hold this button down and they click in place, and there you go. And again, this isn't too heavy. I'm actually really impressed. I'd say my hairdryer is heavier than this. I'm really impressed with that. Okay, so that is the pre-styling tool. Pop that back in the box. And we've got the curlers. Now this is the main event. The whole reason I've got this is because of the curlers, because I suck at curling my hair. I really do, but I love having curly hair. So I wanted to see if this was going to be the magical tool that meant I was good at curling my hair. So you get 2 sets of curlers. You get a thicker curler and a thinner. These ones are, let me see what it says on the box. These ones are the 40mm curlers, and you also get 30mm, so you can get a looser curl or a tighter curl. And you have 2 of them because you do have to change the attachment depending on which side of your hair you're doing, because you can see they've got arrows that go different ways, and it's because you want your curls to go different ways across your head. So you'll see that when I use it, I have to swap between. So these are the 40mm barrels, and again, I'm surprised by how light they are. I'm really surprised. So they're the 40, and then in here we've got the 30, which are just going to be the same but thinner. So here you can see, I'll get them side by side so you can see the difference between the 40 and the 30. I'm just going to turn my lights up. I think it's getting a bit dark. Hopefully that's all right. I never know if I've gone too bright because it's hard to tell. But yeah, that's the 40 and that's the 30. I think, oh, I don't know which one I'm going to try today. Maybe I'll try them both. We shall see. So that's the barrels, and I honestly cannot wait to see how these work. This is the main event for me. This is the whole reason I bought this. So that's the barrels. You do also get 2 types of brushes. Now I have to admit, a lot of people don't really see too much of a difference between these 2 brush attachments. So apparently this one is a firm smoothing brush. I'm just looking at the box on the floor. And this is a soft smoothing brush. I don't really know too much about what the difference would be about that, but we're going to have to test them. And these you can use if you just want really silk, smooth, sleek hair. The bristles do move, which is really quite cool. This one, they're just basically the same, except this one's got longer bristles and this one's got these like orange bobbles on. So I am intrigued. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you see a difference between these 2 attachments, because we will have to see. And then finally, you get the round brush attachment. And the idea with this one is that you can use this in replacement of getting like a blowout. So, you know, when they properly blow dry your hair with a brush and a hairdryer, this is meant to do all that for you. These kind of brushes do terrify me a little bit because I've just got like, I just remember being a kid and getting my hair tangled. So we'll have to see, because it is that kind of like tangly bristle, but I am willing to give it a go. If it can make me look like I've been to the hairdresser every day, then it is worth it. Okay, let me just organize my space and we will get to testing it out. Oh, I've just seen in the box as well, there is this, which I'm assuming is the replacement filter, or, oh, is it to clean the filter? I think it might be to clean the filter. So I'll have to read about how and when I'm meant to use that, but I'm just going to keep that in its box and sort everything out. Okay, so let's take my hair out. It looks like a matted mess after I've washed it, and I have to say, please excuse the colour. My hair has been pink and purple for a while, but I use semi-permanent dye and it has sort of left this green colour in my hair, and I am hoping in the next couple of weeks, fingers crossed, to get to the hairdressers, and I'm hoping to go blonde again. So I don't want to put any more colour on it because I just want to let it like all come out as much as possible. I don't know if I will be able to go blonde again because this is quite bleached underneath. So I might get there and they might be like, you can't bleach this again, and then I've got backup plans as to colours I can go. But if possible, I want to go more blonde. So that's why it's this really random colour. Just before I get started, I'm using 2 products. At the moment, I'm using the Dream Cocktail from Colour Wow, which is meant to help with breakage, which is something that I struggle with a lot. And I'm using the Got To Be Oil-licious Tame and Smooth styling oil, because my hair it's knotty when I first come out of the shower, but as soon as I put an oil like this in, I can get the brush straight through. So I tend to use 2, maybe 3 pumps of this. So I'll get 3 pumps and I'll do this, and then I'll just put it through the mid to ends of my hair, and I will brush it in a minute to brush the product all the way through. I do have a lot of hair. I don't think it's the thickest, apparently. The hairdresser said it's not the thickest, but I just have a lot of it. So this is why curling my hair, oh my gosh, it takes so long because there is just so much hair. So I'm now going to go in with this, and I use about 3 pumps of this. I usually split my hair in half. Use 2 pumps on one side and then put another pump on for the other side because I've still got some oil on my hands. Once this runs out, I'm going to try the Olaplex oil. I've been talking about wanting to try it for a long time, but as I'm sure I talked about in the intro, I'm scared of buying expensive things. So a £26 hair oil freaks me out a lot, but I really want to try it, and especially if I do go blonde again, I am going to be getting that for sure. So just really putting the oil on the mids to the ends, concentrating on the ends, because my hair gets greasy so quickly. Like, I will wake up tomorrow and my hair will be a bit greasy, and that's whether I use products or not. Because I didn't use products for years because I thought that products would make my already greasy hair even more greasy, but if I just put them on the mids to ends, I seem to do all right. It doesn't make it any worse, it doesn't make it any better. So I'm just going to brush it through. My hair is a bit drier than it would normally be at this point because I've been chatting to you and I was on the phone to my dad. So I'm not going to dry it too much, but we are going to give this a bit of a test. And then we're going to go with the curlers. And like I said, I'm expecting it to probably be a disaster this first time, but we'll take it as it comes. And I'm going to film myself sort of using this every day this week so that we can see as I'm learning how I'm using it. So my hair is a bit ratty because I've had it in a messy bun, but let me just brush it all out and then we will give it a once over with the dryer. So I've brushed it all. It will get tangled pretty much straight away because it does when my hair is wet. Just in case you were wondering, I use the wet brush. It's the one, oh god, it's got hair in it, that's embarrassing, but it's the one that's got the gaps in. I use this because it's good for when I'm blow drying, although these do melt, so I end up having to replace them quite quickly. But also because of, I think it's because of this technology, the bendy technology, I find that it doesn't like tug on my hair as much when I'm brushing it when it's wet, which I guess is the purpose of a wet brush, but hey. So I've got the drying attachment on. Let's see how powerful this is, because obviously it's not meant to be a full-blown hairdryer, but I'm wondering if I can make it a 2-in-1. So it's about to get noisy. If you've got headphones on, beware. So I'm going to start it on the lowest speed, and let's just see what it is, how powerful it is on the speed. Oh, it comes out this side. I was expecting it to come out here, but it's this side. Okay. I mean, that is pretty powerful. There's 3 speeds, so this is speed 1, speed 2. Guys, I obviously need to try this, but I am pretty sure this is going to work as a hairdryer as well as everything else. The hairdryer is like £300 in itself. So if you can use this as a hairdryer and a round brush and a smoothener and a curler, well, it still doesn't justify the price. I'm trying to make myself feel a little bit better. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a dry. Normally I would like section my hair, do it with a brush, but obviously I'm not looking to style it right now. I'm just looking to get it to, well, I'm not exactly sure which level of wetness because this is my first time, but I'm probably going to go just a little bit drier than it is now for my first try. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go. I'm so excited. Okay, so obviously I haven't used that for very long. The thing I have to say is I had that on the highest heat and it is nowhere near as hot as a hairdryer. And that's a huge point with this tool, is it's not meant to use as much heat on your hair as normal hair tools do, which should help with the health of your hair. But it does seem to have done a pretty good job for me, having done it for literally like a minute. I think I could use this as a full-on hairdryer, which is super, super exciting. So We're going to change the tool now. We just hold this down and pull this off. It is a bit hot. I can imagine it would get a lot hotter if I'd been using it for a while. So do just be careful when you're changing your tools. Let's get the curling tools. Shall we go? Shall we go big or small first? Let's go small, because the smaller it is, the tighter the curl is going to be and the more chance we have of seeing it. So let's go small first. Okay, so the curlers have arrows that go different ways to tell you which one is which. I'm not 100% sure whether the arrows should be facing your face or whether they should be facing away. So I feel like I heard someone say they should be facing your face. So we'll try that first. And I'm going to try on this side of my hair, which is the side that tends to be the easiest for me to curl, just to give it the best shot of going well the first time. So this is what it looks like with the curler on. You can see it's a bit longer than the original one, which was maybe about that short, but I have longer hair, so I needed the longer one. So when you turn it on, the air is going to pull your hair towards the barrel. That's so bizarre. Okay, let's get a bit of hair. I don't know exactly how much we're going to use. I think we'll start small and give it the best chance. I would normally section it up, but I'm going to try. My plan is that I should hopefully not need to section it up, but let's section it up this time just to give it the best chance. I'm dithering, guys, because I can't think straight because I'm so excited. But let's just pop half my hair out the way. I'm going to look ridiculous again in a messy bun, but we're all friends here. Okay, so no one shout at me if you are an experienced Dyson user and I'm doing this wrong. This is my first time we are learning together. So I think I'm going to take about this much hair. I'm going to brush it through to make sure there's no knots or kinks. And then the idea is you turn it on and it'll suck the hair up. This is genuinely, honestly, like my first ever time. I've never done this before. I wanted to do it for the first time on camera to see how easy or difficult it was. So let's see how this goes. And then you finish it with a cold shot of air by holding the button up. And then turn it off. Oh, it vibrates when you turn it off. And then... Look at that! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I'm not going to brush it out because I know that curls are really difficult to stay in my hair, and I know that that's the main complaint about this is, oh, it does get a bit hot, not too hot. The main complaint that people have is that the curls don't last. So I'm going to try it this method today, and then the next time I try it, if I do have problems with the curls dropping, I'm going to try pinning it up, which I've heard really helps. And then if that's not enough, I'm going to try using some product as well. But I wanted to just see what would happen. But at the minute, that is a tight curl. I did miss a little bit of hair, and is this the way the curl's meant to go? It's like away from the face, I think, or am I doing it the wrong way? I can never tell. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going and see how I go with my hair. I'm hoping I'll learn as I go along, but yeah, I'm probably gonna speed this up so that you can see me do my hair. I think it is good that I've done it in sections at least this first time whilst I'm getting used to how it works, but so far that was so easy. Did you see how easily it just grabbed the hair? I'll show you again. It's weird how it vibrates when you take it off. Oh my goodness. Now, obviously it looks crazy right now, but the idea is once they're set, I will brush them out a little bit with my finger and then we will see. Oh, I'm gonna have to show Adam because obviously this is the first time I've done it, so he's not seen yet. So let me show Adam and then I will keep going. Just had a little break because my gran called, and so I was speaking to my gran and my sister, but I just did another curl to show Adam and he thought it was super cool. So I'm finally gonna continue. Had like a 20-minute phone call. Luckily my hair is still quite wet. The curls have started to drop a little bit, but that is to be expected. They are meant to drop a little bit. I do think I'll probably need to have had it a little bit more wet next time and maybe use some product, maybe pin them, but I was expecting that because my hair doesn't hold a curl very well at all. I'm just looking in a mirror if you see me looking over here. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna speed through doing it all and then I'll give you my initial thoughts.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
Oh my gosh. Right, the reason I got excited then is because I really struggle to curl this side of my hair. I can do this side of my hair no problem, but this side I really struggle with, like, coordinating it. I'm not the most, like, hand-eye coordination is not my cup of tea. I'm not very good at it. So the biggest test for me was going to be, well, one, do the curls stay, which is going to take some time to figure out, but two, can I do it easily on this side? And I'll show you again, but that was so easy. I'm moving from nervous to excited very quickly. My gosh, this video is turning out to be quite long, but hey ho. Okay, so turn it on, sucks at the hair, and that's it. Oh my gosh. Cool shot by pressing the button up. Turn it off, pull it down. Honestly, I'm so, I find it so unbelievably tricky to curl this side of my hair, like enough that it just puts me off from doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with the fast forward, but I just wanted to tell you how easy that was.
You can ride out of the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday.
So this is what the first round is looking like. Obviously, I will brush them out towards the end, but I just thought, let's try out the bigger barrel on the next section of hair, just to see what those curls look like. So I'm gonna get my bigger barrels. So these are the 40-inch barrels. And now I can't remember, did I say facing the face? Gosh, they're starting to look a little bit of a mess, but it's all about experimenting today. So let's just quickly look at how these ones look, and then I'll whiz through again and finish up my hair, because I'm aware that this video, well, this section of the video is getting super long. So let me just take away the top section of hair. It is the most messy sectioning in existence. But hey ho. Pop on the bigger barrel. So it's the same length, it's just a bit more chunky. Brush some of this wet hair, which is now getting all tangled up with the dry hair. I think I'm going to go on some steep learning curves with this tool as I progress throughout the week. But hey ho. Okay, let's take a section. Hopefully I can take a little bit of a, well, we'll take a smaller section and then we'll take a bigger section. I'm still getting used to like the coordination of it. So on. So you can see I didn't quite get it perfectly. It's a little bit messy, but it's a much bigger curl. Let's try a different bit of hair. Try a little bit more, shall we? Just to see how it goes. If you have any tips and tricks for the Dyson Airwrap, let me know in the comments, because I know I've got a lot of learning to do. See, I had some trouble with it falling off the bottom of the barrel there. So, oh, that's much better though. That is a beautiful curl. Okay, right. That one I think is going to drop out quite quickly. So whilst I've not got any product in my hair, I'm going to finish the rest of my head with the smaller barrels to give it more of a chance of staying in. Ow, they are a bit hot. And then I'll show you the finished product. Stop there. Granted, it's not perfect, and I think there's definitely bits I've missed, but excuse me, Mr. Aeroplane, I've already learnt some lessons. Oh, come on, aeroplane. Gosh, it's getting darker whilst I've been doing this. The first thing is that I think my sectioning matters, because I think I've found that when I take pieces that way, it doesn't work as well as if I take sections this way. So I think it might be actually that I don't section my hair and I just take horizontal sections. So I do need to experiment with that. My hair did get a bit too dry, I think, because I've had phone calls and I've just been figuring out how to use this thing. So I think I need to work a bit faster, have my hair a bit wetter, and do sections differently. And then potentially, depending, I mean, they are dropping out pretty quickly. I think I probably need to get some clips to clip the curls in place, and I probably need to use a bit of hairspray or something. But I don't want to put any product in my hair today because I want to try curling it again tomorrow, and I don't want to like bulk it up with product. So I'm just gonna give these a bit of a brush through with my fingers. I was planning for this video to be unboxing, first impressions, and like a review throughout the week, but I've got a feeling it might be long, so there's a chance that I might just make this an unboxing and first impressions video. So they are super fun and bouncy. I think, yeah, they're definitely not optimal. It's a bit of a mess because, you know, I'm still figuring it out. I probably shouldn't have curled my fringe. But I knew this was going to be a learning process, and they are really like fun and bouncy waves. But I think I've got some learning to do. But yeah, this is the mess of my first try. But we will learn. Either in this video you will see me learn, or when I come back in a week, depending on whether I make this one video or 2 videos. You'll know already. I won't. But I'm going to keep reporting back. I'm going to do like after a week, I'm going to do after a month, and I'm probably going to do after 6 months to see if I've really finessed it. But this is my first try. And for someone who really struggles to curl their hair, for a first try, I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. I'm excited to learn it, to try the different attachments and to really get to know it. But yeah, that is my first try. So that is today's video over. As I explained in the intro and at the end of the video, I had planned to do my 1 week review in this video as well, but I chat a lot. So I'm going to come back in a week or so to do that for you. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do that. As I've said, I can't wait to hear all your thoughts and your tips and tricks in the comments, and I'm just so excited. I've had my hair done. It's probably been about an hour and a half now because I did my makeup. Maybe it's been an hour. It's been at least an hour, and obviously it has dropped out a bit, but for like an everyday, bouncy, glamorous look, I am so happy. My hair never looks like this glamorous. I really struggle with curling it. It either becomes super tight or they just drop out completely, and yeah, I'm in love. I know I've got improvements to make, and I know I can make it better with every try, hopefully. But for our first impressions, I'm really happy, and I'm already like, I can't wait to try it again tomorrow. I'm intrigued to see how it's going to look tomorrow, because I'm not going to put any product in today, as I said, to hold the curls. And I never wake up with curly hair. If I crimp it, it might be wavy, but curls don't last for me overnight at all. So I'm going to check back in tomorrow and start my 7-day review, which you'll obviously see in a week or so. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.